Hello, fellow ambitionists, and welcome to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. I'm your host, and this is where we turn your ambitions into actionable plans through proven strategies, personalized goal roadmaps, and a focus on progress. I'll guide you in breaking down big goals into milestones you can achieve. Each episode delivers practical tools to help you stay on track and make real progress towards your goals. Ready to start accomplishing? Let's dive in. Welcome back to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast, a framework for consistent achievement. I'm Desiree Stapleton Gonzalez, Harvard Certified Business Strategist, PMP Certified Project Manager, fractional COO, and someone whose work has been seen in more than 50 outlets, including Forbes, Business Insider, Entrepreneur, and Thrive Global. So let's get into today's topic. A lot of people think the reason they're not making progress is because they're not working hard enough. They assume the answer is more effort, more pressure, more hours, more pushing. But working harder isn't the solution, especially when the process you're following can't support the amount of effort you're pouring into it. Most people aren't struggling because they're lazy. They're struggling because the structure around their goal is unclear, unrealistic, or inconsistent. And when the structure is weak, working harder just makes you feel tired, not successful. Here's what I've seen over more than a decade of helping people actually follow through on the goals they care about. The people who accomplish their goals don't necessarily work harder than everyone else, they work cleaner. Their process has fewer friction points. Their steps make sense. Their system doesn't collapse the minute life gets busy. Their progress isn't based on willpower, it's based on clarity. Hard work without clarity kind of feels like spinning your wheels, and clarity without hard work feels like an idea. You need both, but the order matters. Clarity first, effort second. Because if you don't know where you're going or what the next step is, working harder just means doing more of the wrong thing. And that's the real issue for most people. Not effort, but direction. Another thing that gets people stuck is assuming that more effort equals more results. But goals don't respond to intensity, goals respond to consistency. Consistency doesn't come from working harder. Consistency comes from having a plan that doesn't require you to operate at 110% every day. You don't need a heroic work ethic, you need a repeatable one. Another point that's important is that a lot of people try to make up for their lack of structure with force. They think if I push myself hard enough, I'll figure it out. But force creates burnout, not breakthroughs. Structure creates breakthroughs. The goal is to not exhaust yourself into success. The goal is to design a system that reduces resistance so you don't have to fight yourself every time you sit down to work. Your effort should be going into the goal, not into battling the process. Here's something else people underestimate. Progress comes from knowing exactly what to do next. Not 10 steps, not the whole plan, just the next step. When the next step is clear, your effort becomes efficient. You don't waste energy guessing, debating, or overthinking. Clarity preserves energy. Structure directs energy. Consistency compounds energy. Working harder is the least important part of that equation. So, let me break things down plainly. You don't need to work harder. You need a plan that doesn't waste your effort. You need steps that match your current capacity. You need a system that removes friction instead of adding pressure. And you need a realistic process you can follow on your best days and your average days, because average days are where consistency is built. Hard work supports the plan, okay? It does not replace the plan. If you want a framework that helps you make progress without burning yourself out, one built on structure, clarity, accountability, and measurable steps, you'll find it inside Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the program. Visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com to get started. I'm Desiree Stapleton Gonzalez, and this is Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to Goal Accomplishment Made Easy, the podcast. Stay committed. Keep taking those small daily steps and watch your goals turn to reality. For more resources and personalized support, visit goalaccomplishmentmadeeasy.com, and we'll see you in the next episode.